Hello, my name is David Hunter from Teuton Selection, and today we'll be reviewing the Dauphin Grenache Syrah Rosé from France. Let's take a look at the label here. Very attractive modern label. This wine is from the south of France, from the Rhone region, and it's pronounced Les Dauphins. It's a bit tricky in English. A lot of times people pronounce it Les Dauphins and pronounce the S, but it's actually Les Dauphins with an F, and you don't pronounce the S at the end. So Les Dauphins Grenache Syrah Rosé from France. Les Dauphins is crafted by a network of family farmers from the Dauphin region of the Rhone Valley. So this is located in the southern Rhone Valley. It was founded in 1967. And one of the early successes of this winery was producing and creating really versatile wines for bistros in Paris during their creative revolution in the 70s and 80s. And they've become really a powerhouse of producers within the southern Rhone Valley. The wine here is produced and it's certified sustainably. It has a HEV certification, which stands for High Environmental Value, which is a European sustainable certification. They also practice organic farming as well. On the front of the label, you'll see Act for Biodiversity along the bottom here. And that's their focus of the new generation of farmers and winemakers who are really committed and determined to preserving their local ecosystems. So they are using and implementing a lot of new systems like reducing chemicals, cover crops, installing bird houses so that the birds eat the competitive insects, solar power, water recycling, just to list a few. They use lightweight glass bottles. So this bottle is 40% lighter than a traditional wine bottle, so that cuts down on CO2 emissions. They also source the majority of their raw materials from within a 60-mile radius of the winery. So everything from the bottles, screw caps, labels, they try their best to source everything as local as possible. They have a QR code on the side of the label, and if you scan this, it brings you to a website that gives you a lot of additional information about their winemakers, the winery, their farming practices, and their sustainability initiatives. So there's a lot of text and additional content there, but then it brings you to links of YouTube pages that the winemakers are publishing talking about all of their initiatives. You can also connect directly with the winery and the winemakers on their social media accounts and Instagram accounts to follow along. You can see additional information about things like their birdhouse initiatives. And their birdhouses are used to bring in local birds that keep the invasive insects in check. And you can actually sponsor a birdhouse for one of their local vineyards if you choose. So there's a lot of good interactive aspects of that QR code and their website. Les Dauphin is made with 80% Grenache and 20% Syrah. It notes it on the side and back of the label as well. That's a pretty traditional blend of rosé from the south of France. This area has a real sunny Mediterranean climate, but it's cooled down by the local Mistral winds. So these winds keep everything nice and aerated, and so the grapes in the vineyards aren't affected by mold and rot or from raisoning. So it really is a perfect microclimate for growing Syrah and Grenache. The grapes in the vineyards for this wine are a selection of individual plots. So they select the best plots that they feel like will produce a nice, bright, crisp, refreshing rosé. And then they're all picked at dawn. So they're picked before the heat of the day to retain the acidity and the delicate aromas and freshness of the wine. The grapes are gently pressed, and they're only produced and aged in stainless steel tanks to retain that crisp, refreshing characteristics and the acidity of the wine. Let's go ahead and taste it. So again, screw cap makes it nice and easy to open and access. Beautiful color. Nice Provence style in color. Nice light, delicate, aromatic nose. White peaches, citrus, apples and pears, bit of floral notes. Very crisp, refreshing, lots of great acidity there. Very well balanced. Along with that acidity, you have lots of great round fruit. You have a bit of raspberry there, citrus, kind of ripe pears and apples, and a nice long finish. This wine would be great pairing with a wide variety of dishes. Appetizers, sushi, oysters, smoked salmon. Great with salads and grilled vegetables, soft to firm cheeses, so really diverse. Definitely dry in style, but great fruit and roundness there as well. The rest of the label is very informative here. They talk about the location of the vineyards, the winemaking and the grapes, food pairing recommendations, tasting notes, and they have a quote from one of the local winemakers there, and the QR code, of course. On the back of the label, you'll see the certified vegan symbol. So very important, and a lot of people nowadays looking for vegan certifications. So this is vegan, and again, it designates the grape varietals on the back label as well. So let's go ahead and summarize this wine. Provence in style, very light, pale color, dry, crisp, and refreshing. Very approachable. You can have this with food or without. It's versatile either way. Focus on sustainability. They're certified sustainable and biodiverse. And again, a reminder of that QR code with lots of additional information there. It's a great value for the price point. The screw cap ensures that you're not going to have a corked wine, and it's going to be nice and refreshing and a bright, fresh wine. And again, very food friendly. So Les Dauphins, Grenache, Syrah from France. It's an excellent option for really any time of year. Thank you again for your time. My name is David Hunter. I'll leave my contact information here. Feel free to reach out for me with any additional questions on this wine or any additional wines from Two Ton Selection. Thank you for your time.